Welcome, I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Desmond's Donders.
This is the final weekend donder of 2024. And lo and behold, it's going to be shown in 2025, but I think it's still in January. Anyway, for the first 2 days of this trip, Grace and myself have been here alone. I'm going to attempt to get some footage of Grace with a pea in her mouth. No, not a tiny little pea, the great big one, which is her favourite toy a lot of the time, and she likes to go and chase it and bring it back. But we came just to Portgordon because if Grace was going to be upset, it's not far to go home. She seems to have missed Lindsay a little bit, but today, not so much. She's been fed, she's been walked, she's played a little bit, and is back to her normal bubbly self. That might not show, as she doesn't like this camera or the tripod, but we'll see if we can catch her. Anyway, on with the video, hopefully with Grace showing off, and when Lindsay comes, we'll get her on video with Grace too. Just as a quick aside, it is freezing outside, no, literally freezing, below 0 centigrade, and has not got above 2 degrees all day. The camera's got the curtain shut. That's mainly to try and keep a few drafts out. Yes, I know I could go and put the silver screens on. So let's get on with the show. You've heard of the princess and the pea? Well, here's Grace, with a big soft toy pea that she enjoys playing with. Lighting's not very good because she insists on sitting on the floor. You can see a bowl in the background and some of her toys.
Grace. Go that way. Come on. Honestly, dog. Go. Go on.
Well, there you have it. That was our visit to Portgordon. And it's the last 2024 weekend video. We will have been away. We will be going on a winter tour, which currently looks like a wet winter tour, but I'd be hoping that we get some dry time to get outside and have a look at the areas we're going and travel around with the people we're meeting. But I thought, as we couldn't do much filming due to the weather at Portgordon, it was either sunny and gales or wet and gales until we got packed up and started to drive away from Portgordon when the wind dropped and the sun came out. But that was yesterday. Today, well, it's not raining much, but there's no wind. It is raining. What do you expect this time in Scotland? So what did we get up to last year? Well, I'm having to take these off so I can read it. We did 143 nights in Desmond. That's more than some full-timers. But what did we do? Well, we went off. There was the winter tour, my birthday trip. Then we had some normal weekends before we headed south to Southport. And we had a tour around other places like Kirby Lonsdale, Ribblehead, etc. But I'm not going to do a full what we got up to all year from that point of view, or who we met. Indeed, although we did meet, we met a few people: Phil and Pam, Sammy and JP, Angie, Jimmy and Belle, and Laura and Angie. But that's not really what my roundup's going to be about. By the time you're watching this, Lindsay will only have 2 weeks left at work. 2 whole weeks. That's if they haven't asked her to leave before then. Her grin's this wide, if not wider. It's incredible. So we're looking forward to that. Valentine's Day. I hope a year after she's retired we're still Valentine's. But on that note, health. We're still both as we were. We're kind of on a standstill. Not that National Health Service isn't doing anything. I have another medication change coming up, and I hope it does something for these shakes. The depression, anxiety, etc. is under control. One of the drugs has been put up now at maximum. The other drug I'm taking is it's where it needs to be, and it's doing its stuff, and that is helping. But I've got another pill which I've told you about but not really gone into. This is a pill I take when I feel like something's going to happen. I've taken 2 so far. I've had them a couple of months, and both times they've kind of worked. The problem I'm having with them, is it a problem? Is 30 minutes, 45 minutes after I've taken it, I need to sleep. And if I don't go to sleep, I get grumpy. And then I go to sleep anyway. The first one had me in my bed. The second one I took because I thought something was going to happen, and indeed it was going to, but I took it later at night. And when I went to bed, it took me most of the next day to wake up properly. But there you go. It happens. It's interesting, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. Now the drug that's coming is for the shakes, but it's a drug I've had before I had the shakes. We'll see what happens with that one. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, he's still not drilling a hole or burning part of my brain. I'm not sure I mentioned this last time, but the burning part of my brain, right, only cures half of it. I get to choose which hand I want not to shake. The hell good's that? I don't want either of them to shake. Boom. Anyway, we've had a good year. We've been to plenty of places around Scotland, down south in Englandshire, both new and old. It doesn't matter to us. What matters is we're out and away and in nature. And that would be good for almost anybody. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you all had a happy new year nearly a month ago, and are having a good 2025 so far. We probably are, only because Lindsay's grinning from ear to ear about finishing work. So, bye for now, and hopefully see you next time.
Thank you for watching Desmond's Dongers. And remember, while in the countryside, indeed anywhere, take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. please subscribe and click that notification bell to receive notifications of all our videos.